And again I say ahoy! Well, it took 3 years to bring life from here to wine country, but here we finally are in Sonoma County. It's so nice here. As a hopeless wine lover, I've been so looking forward to being here, although our rehearsals have really put a damper on my tasting schedule. I suffer for my art. It's tough. It's tough. And my obsession is only getting worse. The other day, I got all heated trying to convince this guy that a particular Sonoma Coast Chardonnay I tried was the way forward for that varietal in our country. I kept saying, you gotta try it, man, you gotta try it. And he kept saying, sir, this is a toll booth. But I can't help myself. This love affair began when I was 21, not a day sooner. Promise. I just moved to San Francisco and was making a record with the hero of mine, Mike Marshall. Mike Marshall. A luminous mandolin being is Mikey. We were making a duo mandolin record because we love fame and money. Ka-ching, ka-ching. At one point, Mike poured me a glass of Chardonnay that came from a nearby winery on nobody's radar, his own basement. And it changed everything for me. It really did. A nigh-perfect balance of Burgundian precision and American generosity. Or as I put it back then, dude, this is good. And I swear it wasn't the alcohol, but after we finished that bottle, the music just flowed more freely. The ecstatic joy of Mikey's playing, racing from my ears to my heart, then back out my fingertips. Maybe it was a little bit the alcohol. But it was also magic, a religious experience. We've known about the religious power of wine since ancient times. The Greeks extolled it in their myths. In fact, they had an entire god dedicated to it, Dionysus, god of wine, and debauched parties. Not to mention the related dominions of fertility, ritual madness, religious ecstasy, and theater. But I'd like to take a moment to defend his reputation. Dionysus wasn't about getting wasted. Wine in his religion was meant to be enjoyed as a release, not as ruin, to tamp down suffering and inspire joy. And parties were thrown, to be sure. But while some gods were busy chasing women and turning them into birds or pillars of salt, Dionysus was out there for the community, bringing people together. Great wine, like great music, reminds us how lucky we are to be here at all. Please enjoy responsibly. And Dionysus, if you're listening, you're my new hero, as are all you winemakers out there, and I bet there's a few. This week's new song is for all of you. Salut. I think that means cheers.